quick demonstration on how to create the starting catch drawing. So we're going to go and start a new drawing. A few things you always want to do. Whenever you start a drawing, the first thing you should always do, it's a good habit, is to save as and name the drawing. You want to save as and name the drawing. For now, what you can do is you can just save it on the documents folder or another folder, as long as you know where it's at. That's very, very important. I've been having a lot of students not knowing where they're saving the files. So make sure that when you're saving your files, you're saving them specifically in a location where you know where it's at. Temporarily, you can just simply save it under the documents folder and name it. So you really want to do that first in all drawings throughout the entire semester. Starting catch, which is this file right here, save. Okay. The next thing I want to do is create my layers. Another very critical thing that we need to do. Object lines. Notice I am capitalizing the word. That's exactly what I'm asking for. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see this. Color is going to be blue. Line type continuous. Line weight. I'm sorry. Yes, line weight 0.7. I need to make another layer. Hidden lines. Hidden lines needs to be yellow. And where am I getting this information from? Don't forget that this information, as far as the mechanical CAD layers, that is part of your Google class share on the Google Drive. So we have these specifically for mechanical drafting, which is what we're doing now. The hidden lines, if I'm not mistaken, is 0.35. One more layer, center lines. Center lines is red. I forgot to change the line type for hidden lines, so let me go ahead and do that first. That is going to be hidden 2. And then center lines is red, and that's going to be center 2. And a line weight of the center lines of 0.25. Okay. I'm going to be using my object lines. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one and make it current by selecting this button. That way I'm going to start drawing with object lines. The other thing I really should be doing, good habits, is changing my units to fractional or whatever it calls out for. In this case, it is fractions. So I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to draw myself a straight line coming down. The first one I'm going to use is 2 1/4. 2 1/4. I'm going to start drawing the front view of the object, 4 3/4. 2 1/4, 4 3/4, or 0.75, same thing. Okay. So remember, as far as the different views, the view I'm going to draw first is the front view of the object. So that will be this surface here, this surface here, and this surface here. So once I'm done with that, that's the surfaces that I should be seeing on that shape. So using the information given to me from the edge over here, it's going to be 1 inch, 1 inch. From the bottom, it's 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to offset 1 inch from the left and from the right, and then 3/4 from the bottom. Okay. So I'll go ahead and trim those for now. And then this shape here will have these 2 object lines, and it's 7/8 from the center. So it looks like it's 2 3/8 from the edge, 7/8, and then from this edge, 1 3/4. So I'm going to go offset 2 3/8 here to the center. That is a center line. That's going to be the center of my drill hole. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, and I'm going to change the layer. That way I can kind of keep track of what it is. And then from there, I'm going to offset that center line according to the handout, 7/8 from the center to the right. I'm going to offset it 7/8 this way. Now, could I offset this thing 7/8 this way? I could, but I don't know what these two would add up to be. Now, I don't have to calculate that. I can just simply use the information on the drawing and offset this 1 3/4 from here this way. Okay. So I don't have to calculate. If students, if you're noticing that you're having to calculate a lot of different things, you're not using these drawings correctly. So just make sure you realize that most of the information you need is pretty much on the drawing. Those are my edges. So those are actually object lines. I have the drill hole, which will be shown up as object lines. I have these two drill holes here as hidden lines, and these will be as object lines. So let me go ahead and take care of these here at this point. And then this is going to be center. Let me erase this information. There we go, 1/2 inch, and then 3 3/4. 1/2 inch, 3 3/4. So I'm going to offset 1/2 inch this way, and then 3 3/4 here this way. So those are also, using my match properties, those are also center lines. And then the two drill holes are 7/16 in diameter. Whenever you have drills or any type of label like that, those are usually in diameter, 7/16. I already have one drawn, so I'm just going to copy that one from this center point to that intersection. I'm going to trim. And then, as the rule that I had mentioned, I want to make sure these are extended 1/4 of an inch. The center lines are always extended 1/4 of an inch beyond the edge of the drill hole. Don't want to do that whole process again, so I'm just going to simply erase those and then copy those that were extended from the center to that center right there. Okay. I have some headlines here of this drill hole that's represented, but this happens a lot. I'm just going to simply draw my top view. And then from my top view, I'll project what I need to the front view. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to project everything, then I'm going to draw a line to represent the back of the object. I'm going to go ahead and trim so I don't lose track of where I'm at. Okay. And then from the back here, it's going to be 2 1/4 and 1. 2 1/4 and 1. So I'm going to offset 2 1/4 from the back this way. And then I'm also going to offset 1 from the back this way. I'm going to trim. Okay. So once again, we want to be able to visualize what we can see. So just to kind of reinforce the fact that the front surface is going to be this surface here, which is what we see here and here, and then of course this surface here. Changing colors. What am I going to see on the top? On the top, I'm going to see this surface here, and that surface there. Is what I'm going to see from the top. So I can kind of see how that's happening already, because that's this surface here is this one. This surface is this one, and then this whole surface here with that drill hole is actually right in here. All of this surface right in here. So then I need to just do some trimming. Back here and trim. Let's see. It's going to be that one, those lines there. I'm going to trim behind the little marking here. And I'm going to clear the marks. There we go. So that's what we should be seeing from the top. I'm still missing this drill hole here. So I'm going to go ahead and project this line straight up this way. That is going to be part of my center line. That layer. And then from the front, it's 5/8. So I'm going to go ahead and offset 5/8 from the front this way. Match properties. And then that's a 5/8 drill. So I'm going to go circle, center, diameter, 5/8. Okay. And I'm going to trim part back. I don't need this little line here, which is just the one that I use for projection. And then I'm going to extend the object lines, the center lines, out 1/4. And that happens in all views, as far as the center lines being extended beyond the drill hole 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Okay. So now we need to see these drill holes that go all the way through the object. We need to see them on the top view. So here we go with just simple projection. From this intersection and from this intersection, These two are going to be represented as hidden lines. So I'm going to change those to hidden. This will be a center line. So I'm just going to match properties. There. I'm going to trim up to here. There we go. And then once again, 1/4 of an inch. Using my geometry, it's the same hole. Could I project and trim? Sure. Why don't I just simply copy the drill hole? I can copy it from that center to that center. It's the same thing. That's it for the top view. The right side view. For the right side view, I'm not going to use any offsets. I'm not going to do anything. Simple projection of geometry. So I'm going to draw a line across of every edge that I need. I'm going to draw myself a projection line. So you don't have to do this. I'm just going to change layers so you can kind of see, but I'm going to draw a projection line. Doesn't matter from where. Pick a point, and I'm going to go 45 degrees. Then I draw a line across and down. These are all object lines. Just change them to layer 0 so you can kind of see them. And then I'm going to start trimming butts. Eventually, what am I going to want to see on the right side view? On the right side view, I'm going to want to see this surface here and this surface here. So this surface all the way down to the bottom is actually here. And then this surface here is actually this surface here. So that's really all I'm left with. So I'm going to go back here and trim. Gosh, I shouldn't have done that. Trim, trim, trim. There we go. And then the back surface there. Okay. This line here, I'm actually going to go ahead and trim it now because it is not visible. This object line here is actually here, but then that surface actually continues behind this feature. So because of that, I do have a line that comes across here, except that's drawn as a hidden line. So the hidden line goes from here, PR perpendicular to here. Okay. I'm not gonna take this off yet. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna use it for some additional information. That projection line. Because now I'm just gonna project the drill hole. So I guess let me take care of this one first. I'm gonna draw this one straight from this intersection down to here. This intersection down to here, because that is the drill hole that needs to be represented. Okay. And then how do I locate this drill hole? So what I can do is I can just take the center line, project it across this one straight down. And let me do this just to not make it as confusing. I'm just changing layers to try to illustrate this as best as I can, and this one straight down. So that's where the center line would be of this drill hole. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy, put a window around this part here. I'm going to copy from this intersection to there. No reason to redraw it. It's the same drill hole. And then let's see. So these drill holes actually, there's nothing I can project this way. So these actually just need to get projected across. So I'm going to project the center line across. The other two are hidden lines. To make it a little bit clearer, I'm going to go ahead and project them as hidden lines. Trim. Extend these 1/4 of an inch. I need to trim one line here. That would make a difference. And let me study it. Let me study my artwork a little bit. It looks good. I give myself an A+. Well, good job, Mr. Torres. Hope you enjoyed your video.